From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
Happy Independence Day. I'm Justin Andrews live in Danville this morning. Take a look at all the chairs that have lined the streets here in Danville. Oh yeah, people are ready for this parade, and this is just one of many events across the Bay Area. We'll have a live report coming up next.
Oh, and Justin, it's going to be a beautiful, clear day out there just in time for those fireworks. I just wish I could say the same about San Francisco. We're going to have more on your forecast heading into the evening hours tonight coming up.
Yeah, just because a lot of people head to the city to catch the fireworks at Pier 39, but there will be some street closures. You want to use public transit. We'll talk more about that coming right up.
And with all the 4th of July celebrations that have already started, the early start to Independence Day right here in the Bay Area, and the warning from fire officials this morning.
Yeah, plus, Amanda, Santa Clara police are looking for 2 people after a man was stabbed at a soccer match at Levi Stadium. We'll show you the video of that fight that happened moments before the attack. But first, we're going to take a live look outside on your 4th of July. Good morning to you. I hope you are already celebrating the holiday. If you're up this early with us, it is just after 6 a.m. on your Tuesday morning. And we're looking at some widespread fog in San Francisco to start the day on this 4th of July. Well, today we are celebrating the 247th anniversary of our country's independence. And Americans across the country will celebrate Independence Day with barbecues and fireworks, all of the things. And there will be events all around the Bay Area today. So here's a look from the Danville Parade last year. We are expecting to see another huge crowd this year as well. So we have live team coverage with everything you need to know on this holiday. So Justin Andrews live in Danville for us to show us that parade route just hours away from getting started. Gianna Franco is checking out our roads for us, and we're going to start with First Alert meteorologist Jessica Birch, because Jess, that fog, it loves to hang around today. Oh, I know. Such terrible timing, right? You just saw that live look of the city. Here's the good news. The ceiling of that cloud layer is sitting around 1,000 feet. So visibility is good for this morning if you have an early morning commute for whatever reason. But this area of low pressure, well, on the bright side, it's kind of kicking out that heat dome that we had over this past weekend. How could we forget? We were dealing with the heat advisories throughout the Bay Area. It was warm and it was sunny. But now we have the system moving its way in, and that's going to cool us off a lot as we head into our forecast just in time for 4th of July. All of our Independence Day festivities today are going to be beautiful and mostly sunny off in those East Inland Hills once this marine layer breaks apart around lunchtime. But I hate to say it to you, it's holding on tight to the coast, which is a very typical signature for us during this time of year. So just kind of like last year, we might get a little bit of a foggy fireworks setup heading into the San Francisco evening hours tonight. This is just by 3:30. Look, it's holding on tight to Half Moon Bay, Pacifica, and yeah, just around 8, 9 o'clock tonight, that's when it really makes its way back into the Bay, even impacting some parts in Oakland. It's actually so dense that there's just a little trace amount of showers that could be associated with this. Not even showers, I should say drizzle. And if that, even it's mist. So I'm really taking a step back as I'm talking about this light setup that we're seeing. Just a little bit of moisture for our festivity hours heading into the evening hours tonight along the coast. Drier conditions in our inland areas. Here we go into San Francisco. Partly cloudy skies with 50s in sight. 50s also all the way up into Sausalito, but once we head off into Concord, beautiful dry conditions. 70s quickly turn into 60s. It's going to be a warm one to start off, a cool one to finish. We'll have more on what you can expect for the rest of the Bay Area festivities in a bit, but for now, over to you, Gianna.
Just thank you. Yeah, a popular spot to catch those fireworks is in the city along Embarcadero. So later on today, you might want to make a day of it. In fact, get there early, maybe make an area where you can kind of catch those fireworks a little bit later today and enjoy the day in the city. Right now, traffic is pretty quiet if you want to get an early start for that. And you can see the freeways just fine. Look at that. Golden Gate Bridge, no troubles this morning with visibility. No fog to slow you down there. Pier 39, northbound Embarcadero will be closed. Broadway to Bay Street starting about 9 p.m. tonight till about 10:15, 10:30 to accommodate everyone kind of lining the streets through there for the 4th of July fireworks. Use public transit. BART, Caltrain are on holiday service today, but they will run extra trains for the fireworks show. Muni will have some changes due to the fireworks as well and reroutes, so do plan for that. Amanda.
All right, thanks, Gianna, for that. So we know so many people are up early about to begin their 4th of July plans this morning, from all the barbecues, festivals, parades, whatever you're going to. I know there's a pancake breakfast in my town today. So some people in the East Bay, though, have been camped out overnight in Danville for its annual 4th of July parade, which gets underway in just a few hours. Justin Andrews is already there. Did you line up a chair? Did you bring your own? Because I kind of love it.
You know what, Amanda? I kind of stole a chair. You know, there were so many empty chairs out here. I just had to pick one and sit in the middle of the road because, I mean, why not? Everyone else is waiting for this parade to get underway. They set up these chairs actually on yesterday. Take a look at all of the chairs that are lining Harts Avenue here in downtown Danville. I mean, this has really become a tradition for so many families across the area. Obviously, today's parade kicks off at 9 o'clock this morning, and it's the best if you get here early to claim your spot. I mean, people started setting up chairs yesterday before 6 o'clock in the evening. So this year's parade theme is really centered around celebrating our educators. Now, this parade runs along Harts Avenue and San Ramon Valley Boulevard. So there's so much history with this parade. It's been going strong since about 1975. All right, parade goers, if you're coming here to Danville, organizers want you to keep these things in mind. So make a note of these things. Do not block those handicapped accessible ramps on the street corners. Please be mindful of those people who need to use them. So make sure they're clear around those ramps. Also, you cannot tape or use sidewalk chalk to try to reserve your seats out here. Organizers say it creates a mess along the parade route, and that means the volunteers will have to be the ones to clean all of that stuff up. And then the last thing, be considerate. There will be a lot of people down here just wanting to enjoy the 4th of July celebrations just like you. So make sure you're respectful, be patient as you navigate this parade route. And just for perspective here, they're expecting about 30 to 40,000 people to be sitting just like me in the middle of the road or on the side of the road to watch this parade. And, you know, there are so many events going on across the Bay Area. Danville is just one of them. Coming up the next 30 minutes, Amanda, I'll tell you all about all the other events going on across the Bay Area. So come on out here, chill in the middle of the street like me, you know, just have, you know,
Justin, you know, you're telling everybody to have their manners and be respectful. No one's going to be nice to you if you're still sitting there in a few hours. So I hope you have a spot
well,
on.
You know what? This is our photographer, Brian Kiley. He had to reserve his spot. He actually wanted this assignment this morning so he can reserve his spot for him and his family.
Called
so I'm just taking up the
out
spot.
Brian. I see. He's playing the game. I don't blame him.
He's playing the game, Amanda.
Hey, we all got to do it. All right, Justin, thank you so much. We'll see you again soon. Independence Day celebrations got an early and dazzling start in Richmond. Take a look at this. 3rd of July fireworks lit up the fog-free sky last night. It was an all-day celebration, too. Hundreds filled Richmond's Marina Bay Park to soak up the sun, enjoy good food, and dance to some music. There are fireworks in the South Bay, too, bit like this display after the San Jose Giants minor league game against the Modesto Nuts. And the big club, the San Francisco Giants, also put on this show over Oracle Park. That's always a fun one after their game against the Seattle Mariners. Meanwhile, we posted a list of Bay Area fireworks shows and 4th of July events on KPIX.com. That is where we will also be streaming the San Francisco fireworks live. Fog or no fog, it's happening. Join Sarah Donchie and Paul Hagan at 9:30 on our website or the CBS News app.
Well, developing this morning, Santa Clara police have released a photo of the suspect in a stabbing at a Gold Cup soccer match at Levi Stadium. We want to warn you, the video we're about to show you shows a fight breaking out, and it may be difficult to watch. This was during the match between Mexico and Qatar on Sunday. It was a game that drew thousands of fans. In this video, you see a group of people going at it, swinging punches at each other. At one point, one fan gets stabbed. He steps away and sits down. Later on in the video, you see someone helping press on the wound of the man stabbed. We're blurring that part of the video, but you can see the brawl continues. Police have released these photos here. The man on the left is the suspect and the woman on the right is a person of interest. Police say they responded to this fight a little after 8:45 p.m. on Sunday. They say the suspect ran away and has not been found. Santa Clara police are asking anyone who recognizes the people in the photos to call them as soon as possible. Amanda.
All right, Jocelyn, thanks. Let's look at our other top stories now. We're learning more about a chase on an Alameda County freeway that ended in a crash. A suspect was shot dead, a CHP officer injured. Deputies say CHP were chasing a suspected stolen car down the 580 near San Leandro when it exited the freeway and crashed in Ashland. The suspect was shot and killed just 2 blocks down. Investigators say following the crash, the CHP and sheriff's deputies tried to catch the 4 suspects who ran from that car. One of the suspects ended up fighting a trooper on the ground. Then there was a struggle over the officer's gun. That's when shots were fired. A neighbor told us more and more problems are spilling over from the freeway lately.
It's getting worse. I mean, we've been here for 30 years. You know, the problem has been progressive. Drug racing, few high-speed chase. It's easy access to them. You know? Easy access to them to make you then go to the other side of the freeway.
The 3 other suspects were arrested and the CHP officer was treated at a local hospital. President Biden says he plans to pursue a new student loan forgiveness plan. This after the Supreme Court denied his original attempt to cancel student debt. The Biden administration will try to use the Higher Education Act of 1965 as a basis of that new plan. The president did acknowledge that it will take longer to work out, but in the meantime, the first student loan payments since the pandemic will be due in October. Biden says borrowers unable to make the payments this fall have a 1-year buffer before being reported to debt collectors. The Powerball jackpot has been raised to $546 million after no winner was announced in last night's drawing. That means if someone wanted to take the lump sum, the cash value amount would be $282 million. The last Powerball jackpot was won on April 19th of this year. It was in Ohio. Since then, there have been 30 consecutive drawings without any winner. Last night's winning numbers were 15, 26, 31, 38, 61, Powerball of 3. Those are on your screen as well. The odds of winning are 1 in 292 million. That next drawing is tomorrow night at 7:59.